Our top stories: asymptomatic COVID-19 cases rise as universal testing continues in Indonesia. Jakarta lockdown to prevent the collapse of healthcare system. IDI urged the public to follow health protocols as more Indonesian doctors die from COVID-19. Hello, good morning. Now you're joining Headline News on Metro TV, which will provide you the latest information around the world with me, Andi, Santoso. The President recently directed the Ministry of Health to chart out a plan for conducting COVID-19 tests and detecting the transmissions of the virus in provinces across Indonesia. According to the report, as of September, Indonesia's existing inspection facilities have increased their testing capacity to analyze 28,000 specimens per day. President Joko Widodo said that the plan for the implementations of comprehensive COVID-19 tests must include the data collections and preparations of examinations laboratories in each province as well as the provisions of inspection facilities in each province. This focus on boosting Indonesia's testing capacity reflects the importance of conducting tests to tackle COVID-19 and effort to stem its spread and impact. Moreover, the tests are vital to data gathering measures and effort to map out an accurate number of confirmed cases. In mid-July this year, the COVID-19 Handling Task Force decided to ramp out testing to 30,000 specimens daily, as part of effort to meet the criteria outlined by the World Health Organization. With the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases still on the uptick, the government has begun to accord more attention to asymptomatic patients, saying that it will prepare hotel facilities for patients showing no or mild symptoms. While other provinces are conducting massive testing to fight against this virus, Jakarta conducts lockdown to prevent the collapse of healthcare system. The healthcare system in Jakarta is one of the brink collapse as medical workers are dying and hospitals have reported alarming shortage of beds needed to treat COVID-19 patients, prompting Jakarta to once again partially close down the city. With the worsening COVID-19 situations particularly observed after gradual easing of large-scale social restrictions, in June the number of hospitalized with number cases of COVID-19 in the city's hospital are increasing. The city's isolation bed occupancy rate stood at 77% and that of intensive care unit beds at 83% as of Wednesday. National COVID Task Force spokesperson Wiku Adhisa recently said that 80% bed occupancy was still considered safe, so the hospital could carefully and promptly treat patients. He added that the current rates were no longer ideal, pointing to the need to bring them down to 60%. The city administration's plan to increase the number of isolation beds and ICU beds to 4,807 and 636, respectively, by allocating more beds in 13 city-owned hospitals for COVID-19 patients, adding beds in 67 referral hospitals, as well as cooperating with private hospitals for additional referral capacity. Meanwhile, according to the Indonesian Medical Associations, the grim outlook comes amid an increase in that of medical workers. At least 109 doctors across the country have died of COVID-19, including 16 in Jakarta, and thousands of medical workers nationwide are infected. Meanwhile, as Jakarta is still conducting lockdown to prevent against this virus, IDI urged the public to follow health protocols as more Indonesian doctors die from COVID-19. The Indonesian Medical Association has urged people to increase their adherence to health protocols as more Indonesian doctors who have died from COVID-19 has increased to 171. IDI mitigation team Chief Adib Humaydi said that the rising number of doctor fatalities show that the public was still ignoring the advised COVID-19 prevention measures, including wearing masks, washing hands regularly, and physical distancing. He said that they asked the public to be more disciplined in following health protocols in their daily activities to fight against this virus. He added that the public ignorance will not only prolong the health crisis, but also create a long-term negative effect on the economy, which observers said was already on the brink of recession. According to IDI's data, 62 out of 117 Indonesian doctors who died from the coronavirus were general practitioners, 53 were specialists, while the remaining 2 were hospital residents. East Java recorded the highest number of COVID-19 doctors fatalities with 30, followed by North Sumatra with 21, Jakarta 16, West Java 11, and Central Java 8. IDI Mitigations Team Protocol Unit Head Eka Ginanjar claimed that Indonesia had recorded the highest number of fatalities among doctors and the general public compared to Asian countries. Well, we still have a lot of information all over Indonesia after this commercial break. Stay tuned.
Halo Sobat Teknokrat, jangan lupa untuk selalu menjaga kesehatan dan jangan lupa untuk selalu menggunakan antis untuk melindungi kamu dari virus corona.
Alright, welcome back to Headline News on Metro TV. Now let's take a look at our citizen journalists that already sent a picture related to the coronavirus outbreak all over Indonesia. So here is the first pictures that is coming from Sufi Marhama from Central Java, that right now, according to the data from Ministry of Health, the total cases from this area, it is already reached 19,000 people. And as the prevention measures, so they introduced Joko Tonggo that they use local wisdom as solidarity within the community to help each other prevent starvations during COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the second pictures here. This is coming from South Kalimantan from Lita Sari, that right now the total cases in this area, it is already reached 9,000 people. And as the preventions, they find an innovations to create Kampung Tangguh, that is the village level community enforcement of basic COVID-19 prevention measures. And the last, we have the informations or the pictures coming from Benchmark from Bangka Belitung, that right now the total cases in this area, it is already reached 320. And as the respective response, they introduce phone applications in which that the use of contact and monitoring phone applications that alert the community task force of contact breaches to ensure compliance of 14 days self-isolations for contact of COVID-19 pandemic. Alright, so now we are going to announce for this week poster competitions. So congratulations for Teta Irama, you are the winner for this week poster competitions. And we are still waiting for your participations by sending your poster competitions in the next poster competitions editions. And we also still appeal to society to always follow health protocols in order to fight against this virus. Well, this is the end of Headline News for today. If you have any critique and suggestion, please visit us on our official website at www.metrotv.com. But don't go anywhere. Coming up next, international weather forecast for this week. See you soon.